He has a cheesecake book.
He's got a Bible.
No vibe. How's that cheesecake?
No, is that not a cheesecake? Was that good? Oh no, that's
Okay,
good.
no.
That's good. Never mind.
You're so
Cheesecakes.
fat.
Ironic.
Okay. Oh no. Hi everyone, we're back. Premier League predictions. You know how it works. Norwich get relegated, Arsenal don't finish in top 4, and we just predict the rest. Is that how it works?
Right. We're going to obviously start bottom to top.
Yeah. Everyone would
So-
click off if we
Yeah.
come top 4.
This is a tough one though. 20th. Who have we gone for?
Norwich.
Is there any point?
Norwich.
Norwich.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
I want to believe that they're going to do something more this time, but
Yeah.
it's not going to happen, is it?
Yeah, they're not.
we put standout players for every team. Who do
Oh,
we
yeah.
all have? And you go.
I went for Billy Gilmore.
Yeah, I mean, Gilmore was the obvious one. I put him, but I've gone for my boy Grant Hanley. Because
Wow.
they're going to be defending a lot.
Isn't he injured right now?
He's probably injured. I'm just going to see Grant Hanley's name and put him in there.
I went for Todd Cantwell because
Yeah,
I
last
was
time he
gonna
was
go
in the
for
league, I
him.
thought he was good.
Yeah.
Buendia's gone. I think he.
Cantwell linked with the move somewhere?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he's
Probably.
playing for a move. He's
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
play well this season, get relegated, and go to maybe even like Arsenal or
Or
something.
even
at the
if
end
he
of it.
starts well,
I
somebody
Yeah.
will sign him.
I think he's actually injured as well, which is awkward. But,
Not the move. But he done that bicycle kick in
That's true.
pre-season, so that
I'm not going to Norwich have made a couple decent signings, but I think they did that as well the year they came up, and
They've
it
just-
didn't work.
I mean, the main goal threat is still Timu Pukki.
It's still Pookie.
He's washed.
That's
Yeah, Pookie's not. He's
He
not
had
doing
like
it again.
he got player of the month, didn't he? Last time.
Yeah, yeah.
Last time he
Yeah.
last time Norwich won.
The first month of the season, he
Yeah.
bagged a hat-trick against Newcastle and
Yeah.
scored
Yeah.
2 against City or something.
But it's
Anyway,
not happening
that's
this
what- yeah.
time. Okay,
Sorry,
so-
sorry Norwich fans, but you're rock
you
bottom
know
and
yourself
up.
you're going down.
Yeah.
Prove us wrong. Prove us wrong.
19th. Who'd you go for?
I've gone for another promoted team.
Who have you gone
I've
for?
gone for Watford.
I went for another promoted team, but I went for Brentford.
I'm going for Southampton. I
Bold.
think
Mm.
I don't think Southampton have it anymore. You know, especially after losing Ings.
That is fair.
And if Ward-Prowse goes.
That's
Yeah.
true.
That,
That's true.
that was, yeah.
James,
Spoiler alert, I have Southampton to get relegated, but
Right.
not in this spot.
not in that.
I went for Brentford. To be honest, I think I've only watched one Brentford game in my life. I put them
Yeah.
above Norwich because Ivan Toney.
Yeah.
They actually have somewhere like a player that can get them out of trouble with a goal. I don't think Norwich really have that, but I don't think they have enough to keep them up in the league. So I've
No.
gone for 19th for Brentford, but it's their first season in the Prem ever, isn't it? So
It is, yeah.
maybe they'll get a buzz from that and they'll push on, but you never know. I don't back them.
I
19th.
see Brentford as a bit of a Leeds. You know, I feel like they'll just they'll prove people wrong and they'll play some good football.
They'll have like a not quite a Sheffield United season when they
Yeah.
were first in the
No.
league, but they'll do. I think they'll survive.
My problem is I think they might play good football but not get the results, which
Yeah.
could be a problem
Yeah.
for them.
Like Fulham last year.
But I mean,
Yeah.
at least Brentford have somebody
that's
who's.
true.
I mean, he's not proven in the Prem yet, but
Yeah,
he's
he's
got
not
a player.
proven.
He's another player
He's a
who
goal scorer though.
could come up, get relegated, but he's just playing for a move,
Yeah.
isn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
big
if-
clubs already want him.
If they didn't go up, he would have been in the Prem. Anyway,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he's just having a wee shot with Brentford. Standard player for your 19th.
For Watford, I've just gone Sarr.
So, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean,
I went for Ivan Toney for Brentford. I mean,
Yeah.
he's the main player everyone knows from Brentford, if I'm
Yeah,
being completely
he's one of the
honest.
few
But,
players.
I mean, he's the best player, but
Southampton, I went with new signing Adam Armstrong. I think he's going to be the new Danny Ings, but they're still not going to do well. So
right, 18th, still relegated. I've gone for Southampton this time.
I went for Watford in this place, 18th. Greg's second guessing himself.
Yeah, I mean, I have Southampton just above. I'm gonna say Palace.
Palace.
relegated.
Yeah.
Damn.
Don't back Vieira.
No.
Wow.
To be fair, I mean, I was going to talk about Palace later on, but they have the AFCONs this season, mid-season,
Oh.
and quite a lot of their key players
Oh,
are going to
yeah.
be away for that, and I don't know if they have the sort of depth to back that up. Well, who do you have as your standout player for Palace, Greg?
I just went to
Fair.
I went Sarr for Watford,
Yeah.
same as Greg.
Yeah, I went for Southampton. I was going to put Adam Armstrong, but I went for Che Adams. I thought Danny Ings is gone. Che Adams has always been a decent second striker. Now it's his time to maybe step
I
up
tell
because
you-
he's the main man now for them.
We could do with that. You know,
Yeah, I
him
mean,
getting in a
seeing
bit
him
of
in the
form for
Euros,
Scotland.
I'm not fully
Yeah,
convinced by my own
yeah.
choice, but I mean, pretty much all the other players they have are going to leave them or have left. So Che
Yeah.
Adams to send Southampton down, but try.
17th. I've gone for Burnley.
I've went for Burnley.
Oh,
I've gone Southampton. Yeah.
okay.
Fair. Why
that's
Southampton,
fair.
Greg? We'll get into that first.
Yeah.
they're staying up
Greg
just.
Greg believes they have just enough.
If Ward-Prowse goes, I don't know if I back myself as much, but I've gone for Shea Adams as my standout player as well to just keep them in, just.
I've gone for similar logic with Burnley. Burnley to just stay in, but Chris Wood to keep them in. He's the main goal threat.
I was going to go with him, but I've gone with Dwight McNeil.
Yeah, I thought about Dwight McNeil as a more obscure choice, but I just played it safe. Chris Wood, he's the main goal threat. His goals are going to keep Burnley in the Premier League this season, and it's going to be a scrap. 17th to 18th, that's going to go down. Like very close for me.
And you know, when Burnley, if they need to scrap to get points, you know, my money's on Burnley to come through there. So
Sean Dyche as well.
Yeah,
he's a specialist at not getting relegated.
Exactly, he'll keep him up again. Unfortunately, because I would love Burnley to go down. Yeah. I'm sick of watching Burnley. But
sorry to any Burnley fans that are watching, but it's our opinion. 16th place in the league, pushing away from relegation zones. I went for Watford.
Yeah, I went for Brentford. So
this is where I have Burnley.
Okay, we're all sort of similar.
Yeah, similar.
Like we've all said like pretty much the same teams, but just in the. I went for Watford because I think it's going to be very close between Watford, Burnley, and Southampton. Like I think it's going to be a wee relegation scrap. But Watford have signed experienced Premier League players for me, like Danny Rose and things. I think he has a wee bit about him, like in the Premier League's played there, level pro. So I think he's going to keep like Troy Deeney and things as well. They've got experienced players, so I think. They'll have enough to keep them in there. And Ismail Assar as well. Another player for me who's playing for a move.
Exactly. Yeah. This is it. This will be his last season. Unless Watford get Champions League football, I don't think he'll be there.
I think it's almost 100% safe to guarantee that Watford will not be getting Champions League football.
You heard it here first. Let's come back to this video when it happens.
I think all of us have done our predictions. We're only on 16th and everyone said Watford already.
Yeah.
So. Never mind top four, they're in everyone's bottom four, pretty much.
It's their manager. He is one of the coolest looking guys I've ever seen, but I don't really know anything about him.
The thing is, for me, he'll get
got
sacked. He'll get sacked by October.
Yeah.
If there's one thing Watford taught me last time in the Prem, they're relentless.
Yeah.
They'll have him sacked by definitely December if it's not going well.
And they'll bring back one of their old managers as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I went for Brentford, so another promoted side, but I think Brentford will just have a little bit more than the others. Gone with Ivan Toney as well as the standout because it's kind of obvious.
Yeah, for Burnley's player, I'll go on Tarkowski because they're going to be scrapping.
That's a good shout, actually.
You've gone for the opposite approach to keep them up. I've gone for a striker to keep them up with goals. You've gone for a defender.
You know, when I was looking through Burnley's squad, it's actually quite unbelievable how many English players they have.
Yeah, that is like
they've got about 4 or 5 non-English players.
All English Burnley, as they're known as.
Yeah, and it's not exactly full of amazing English players. No. It's very bad average English players.
Was Nick Pope the only one in the England squad from Burnley?
Yeah.
So they've got a full England team pretty much, but not one of them makes it in the England squad. I mean, Nick Pope was in the squad, but he wasn't really, was he? 15th?
15th, yeah.
15th place. I've gone for Palace in 15th.
Ooh.
I've gone for the arch nemesis Brighton in 15th.
I have Newcastle, but I'm going to say Brentford. It's changed.
He's changed it mid video. That's fine.
All of us have put Palace fairly low. I mean, I've already said about the AFCON thing. They have Vieira as well, and I think people think he's good because he was a good football
he was a good
player.
footballer.
His past experience doesn't say anything about him being a good manager, but maybe he could prove us wrong. But I don't back him as a manager. And I've actually gone for their key player as Christian Benteke. Because towards the end of last season, he was bagging a few goals, especially when the AFCON thing comes around. He's going to be the main man. So I think big season coming for Benteke. Not unbelievable by any means, but maybe 7 or 8 goals in the league. I'm expecting
a few Christian Benteke late headers against Burnley, and he busts out the
LeBron.
the LeBron, and it's. Every time I see that, I'm like, mate, maybe just stop. He does it in friendlies as well, but I can kind of respect
LeBron's got to be insulted by that.
Who is this guy?
Sorry, Christian, I loved you at Liverpool, mate. Not really.
For Brighton, I just went with Bissouma. I don't know if he'll even be there by the time the season starts.
I think he will be, but I think he'll be another one who's probably going to move at the end of the season as well. Because he's had his links.
He's just a bit too good for Brighton, if I'm being honest. Maybe a January move for him.
They ask for too much from him. That's the problem.
That's the problem with all these clubs.
Greg, who did you say?
Brentford.
Brentford.
Tony, Ivan Toney is the player.
Good shout, Greg. That's a unique one.
Not a lot of you will know it.
Yeah. Right, 14th place in the league, pushing towards that mid-table spots. For me, Newcastle.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I've got Newcastle as well.
I've gone Wolves because I just don't see it. I think they have one of the worst squad depth depths in the league. Well, I mean, if Jimenez can come back and start firing again, but that is pretty hard because he's had a battered head.
Sorry.
I think that's
Sorry,
the
Will.
official term.
Yeah.
To be fair, though,
He's recovered.
Battered head.
He's out for
battered
9
head.
months with a battered head.
One of my standout player, wee Pedro Neto, though. I think he
Yeah.
was showing it last season, and I think this season he's just going to carry them.
I don't want to say it
14.
again, but another player who could play for him is Pedro
Yeah,
Neto.
exactly.
I mean, I'm looking at players who've been linked to bigger clubs this summer, and Pedro Neto is one of them. So
Yeah.
I've gone for Newcastle, and so's Craig.
Yeah.
I've gone for Willock as a stand-up player. Obviously,
Yeah,
they've got that deal done, and
I had him in brackets because the deal's not done yet, but
Yeah,
it's going to be.
It's pretty much
Yeah.
done.
I mean, it's like one of my players is not fully done, but he is. But yeah, Willock. I mean, had a good end to the season.
Yeah, brilliant.
Maybe offer some more goals from the midfield.
Yeah,
Newcastle.
he offers something that they just did not have in midfield.
The thing is with Newcastle, I've gone for them to finish 14th, but it's going to be very like uninspiring 14th.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like, oh, they done so well. It'll be like, oh, well,
Yeah.
yeah, you finished 14th.
Yeah, 13th place. I've gone for Everton. I think they're going to have a very, very bad season.
I mean, there's disruptancies in the camp already.
It's Rafa. He doesn't fill me with confidence. They've got Richarlison, who, for a couple of seasons has been very bang average, very inconsistent.
Missed the start of the
He
season
was
as
brought.
well.
He was
Yeah.
brought. What was that scene today? He was greeted with a hero's welcome.
I saw
for his
that.
Olympic medal.
Yeah.
Congrats
Fair
on
enough.
that, Richie.
Well done, Pigeon.
Even though I actually really fucking hate
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
You're a
if
cunt.
I'm being honest.
yeah. And I mean, the three signings they've made: Damari Gray, Andros Townsend, and Hazmir Begovic.
Yeah, they're not inspiring signings,
That
if we're being
screams
honest.
lower mid-table for me. So
Yeah, that's not very ambitious.
They're like squad players for mid-table teams
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
Premier League and below. So I mean,
I've got Everton down there.
I went for where were we 13? I went for
13th.
Brighton.
Yeah.
I think for some reason I just rate Brighton as a club. They actually play decent football,
Yeah.
but
If they can take the chances.
yeah, if they can take their chances, then there's no reason why they can't finish 13th.
Yeah.
Decent club. If they get big Nat Phillips as well, I mean they've lost Ben White, but the perfect replacement
Yeah.
is Nat Phillips for Ben White. I went for Trossard as the player of the season, well the standout player. I reckon he's going to be the man to take the chances for them. He's got a wee bit about him. Tricky
Yeah.
player, Trossard. So Brighton 13th for me.
Yeah, I went Brighton as well. But I've gone for Basuma as their player.
I was going to go
Fair
Basuma, but changed it.
Oh yeah, for Everton, I went with Ben Godfrey because I thought he was pretty good
Good
last
shit.
season.
We need
And,
to remember as well, this season coming up is technically a tournament season. Well, I'm not sure how the World Cup will work. But the
Oh,
World
yeah.
Cup's next year.
Oh,
Something
So
tells
players
me,
are going to play for a place in the England
something
squad.
tells me we're going to get
Yeah.
close to that World Cup and it'll be put off.
Yeah, I'm
till-
not sure how it's
Yeah.
working because
especially like this in December.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
everyone's just
So-
gone World Cup in November. We'll sort it near the time.
Yeah, I
But-
don't know who
Cross that
agreed
bridge
to
when it
that.
comes.
As of right now, it is technically a tournament season, I guess. So,
Mhm.
Yeah,
so Ben Godfrey, he's going to be someone who's playing to get in the England squad because he was close for the Euros.
yeah.
Just missed out. Right, 12th place in the league.
Place.
I've gone bold. I've gone for the Hammers.
Oh,
Oh, he thinks he's going to have a
that's
bad.
fair.
That is, that's a fair enough
because of
shout.
they've got Europa League. as
Yeah, they've
well.
got Europa
Yeah.
League, and their squad's got worse. If we're being on, they lost Lingard,
True.
obviously, who got
Yeah.
them about 10 goals in the league last year. Antonio's injury prone. I think they
Yeah.
lost Balbuena as well as a centre back for them. The squad hasn't gotten any better. They are linked to Divock Origi, which, if anything, will make you worse.
Yeah.
They're linked to him and Belotti. And Belotti's
Oh,
okay.
come on. There's only one.
But
there's only
Belotti's
one
a lot
chance
better
you
than
can go for
Divock
there.
Origi.
Both bad at penalties, though.
Yeah.
But I've gone for West Ham. Even if you sign Divock Origi, if anything, I'd probably put you lower if you sign Origi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Origi. Don't get it wrong. I'll always be
Grateful.
grateful for what he's done, but he's not at a
It's
level.
not good.
No.
He can play anywhere across the front three, though, just not very well in any of them.
Yeah.
But West Ham, if you're getting rid of Lingard, who got what did he get, 10 goals and
Yeah.
6 assists or something in half a season, Origi would maybe get half of that in a whole season. I don't think Origi's getting more than 6 goals for West Ham. I went for West Ham, obviously 12th. Declan Rice as my standout player, or Ben Rama. I think he's got a big season coming up for him.
He's had a decent pre-season.
Yeah.
12. I went Wolves in 12. The squad is just so bare.
Yes. Very average. I went with Crystal Palace, which may be a high finish for. I think they would take that, the new manager.
Yeah, I think it would as well.
I just feel like they have a little, they've made some decent signings, and I just think they have a little bit more than most of the teams down there. I think Eze, he's going to have a great season. Yeah, when he comes back from injury.
Okay.
I obviously knew he was
Pretty
injured when I wrote that. But when he recovers, because he recovers really fast, he'll come back and just be amazing. So
11th for me, I went for Wolves. I'm hearing calls about the squad depth, and I've got to say I don't agree with it. I think they've actually invested well in the squad depth this season. When you think of their front three, they've got Jimenez, Traore, Fabio Silva. They've got Trincao from Barcelona, Pedro Neto, Daniel Podence. That's a good front three. The front three is good depth.
Yeah.
Going into the midfield and things, we are slacking a little bit. But I think the new manager as well, last season they didn't do great. Jimenez was out for the whole season. If he can come back, like Ollie said, I backed them to get 11th in the league, and I went for him as a standout player with Trincao, because I've seen one clip of him in pre-season and he'd done something quite good.
And he was at Barcelona.
He
so
was
he
at
has to-
Barcelona, so he has to be good.
This is probably my boldest claim for the entire predictions. I've gone with Newcastle in 11th.
Wow. Oh my god.
My standout player is Joe Linton.
Oh,
I'm telling
okay.
you, Joe Linton this season, he's going to be their top goal scorer with 6 goals.
How have we got a top scorer with 6 goals finishing 11?
Yeah, Newcastle aren't scoring a lot of
They're
goals
gonna-
by the look of it.
Yeah, they're going to win a lot of games 1-0. They're going to
Joe
have.
Willock, he scored more than that in 7 games at the end of last season.
Okay, right. The six goals might be off, but I'm telling you,
Maybe
Joe
go
Linton.
like 8 or 9.
Okay, yeah, we'll push it up.
This is one of those. If this happens, you look like a genius, and if it doesn't, everyone will go, "What was he talking
What
about?"
a stupid guess. But
I've gone Everton in 11th.
Fair.
Yeah.
Any stand-up player or anything?
I've gone for Richarlison. I think he's going to have a bit of a better season than he usually does. Not much better, but I think he's going to be a little
I think
bit
he kind of needs to step up. He needs to be a lot more consistent.
Yes.
Or
Offer more.
10th.
I went for Everton in 10th.
Okay, so pretty similar there. For
Yeah,
both of
I
you.
went for Everton in 10th because Rafa Benitez is a good manager
Yeah.
if the fans liked him.
better. Yeah.
That's the only. If Rafa
Yeah.
Benitez, say Rafa Benitez has gone to like Aston Villa or like West Ham or something, you would actually back them to finish high because he's a good manager. Because it's Everton and they hated him before he'd even got there. And I mean, he said some things about them in the past.
Yeah.
I think there's already turmoil at the club before the season's even started, but they've got a good enough squad and a good enough manager to get bang on mid-table for me, Everton. And I didn't have a stand-up player, so I put Gylfi Sigurdsson.
Oh. Oh dear, Gylfi. Be watching from the cells. I won't be able to watch. He'll hear about it when he's getting
You'll read about it.
in the shower.
Okay. I think we might need to.
Oh, that
We can bleep that, but
Sorry.
Oh.
Let's move on. Greg, who have you got?
Yeah,
Who have you got in 10th?
I'll stick with Leeds, sure.
Oh,
Between them and West Ham, but
I went with Leeds as well.
I'll stick with Leeds.
Who'd you go for your standout for Leeds?
Rafinha.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
Rafinha.
I mean, he's actually
Another
he's just very
one.
good.
I mean, Leeds are quite good, but I still think he's playing for a move.
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
he could play for a better team.
When
Yeah.
what? I say once we get to about 7th, we'd maybe stop saying that. But
Yeah.
7th
Yeah.
down, everyone's
Yeah.
going for a move. 9th place. I've gone for the villains. I've
Ooh.
gone for close. This is going to be
Same.
close between 9th and 7th for me. I've gone for Villa. They've got Danny Ings is quality. He's my stand-up player.
Yeah.
Him and Buendia, formidable partnership
Yeah.
incoming. Ings is obviously great. If they get Ward-Prowse, who they're linked to as well,
Yeah.
that's big. They lost Grealish, but you can tell they knew they were losing Grealish because he signed everyone
Yeah,
before
and-
he'd even gone.
Yeah.
They've actually spent the money well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Well, it looks well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went Villa as well in 9th, but I went with Leon Bailey. I think I back him. Little tricky winger.
But in 9th, I've gone for West Ham. I think, some people think the Europa League might hinder them. I think it might help them a bit. Unless, it starts injuring the players, then it's not. But
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
true.
sure how it'll help them because the squad's gotten smaller and they have more games to play for me.
yeah, but
And that's not going to help, in my opinion.
I don't know how to
I-
explain it, but like having more games. Yeah, I don't know how to explain
I
it,
think
so
they
I'm
could-
talking rubbish.
I think they could go far in the Europa League.
Yeah,
If they focus
so-
on that, I think they could.
Yeah,
But it'll affect
Also-
the league.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
they
that's true,
could
but
fall
maybe-
dramatically down the table.
maybe that's a sacrifice they have to make.
Anyway, 8th place, Leeds for me. I've gone Leeds to just tip Aston Villa. Second season in the league. Bielsa's obviously quality. I've gone for Rafinha or Rodrigo. I think Rodrigo might have a bit
Rodrigo.
of a breakthrough season this year. Bamford's going to get injured in November.
That's
and
true.
Rodrigo's going to start getting some more first
That's
team
a
minutes,
prediction.
and he's going to score some more goals. If Bamford gets injured, I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
But I've gone for Rafinha and Rodrigo. Partnership's going to form there because they look a little bit similar. So 8th
That's
place
good
for me
enough.
for Leeds. They're not getting second season syndrome. They're too good for it. So Leeds in 8th for me.
I've got Villa. Yeah, I mean everything's been said about them already.
I went with Spurs because I
Yeah.
I don't rate Nuno anymore as a manager really.
And
I
it's-
don't think he's got what it takes at Spurs.
Especially if Kane does.
Kane, well, I mean that's the thing. I don't know where Kane goes. If Kane stays, I think they finish higher than 8th, definitely.
Unlucky Tottenham.
Yeah, enjoy 8th.
Up to 7th.
Yeah, and so, yeah.
7th in the league. We're pushing
I've-
towards European spots now.
I've
you
got
gone with?
Spurs in 7th.
I've got Spurs in 7th as well. Like we were
Oh.
saying, like going into the season, like we're filming this on Thursday.
Yeah.
The first game's tomorrow night, Friday.
Yeah,
No one knows if Kane's staying or going.
Yeah.
And like I don't think Spurs fans know. I
Yeah.
don't think Harry Kane knows.
No.
It's-
No one knows, and I don't think that's good going into a season.
No.
I think if
Especially
you're
when it
gonna
starts in a
lose,
couple days.
if you're gonna lose your best player in a window, you need to lose them early on so
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
prepare for the season without them. I don't think they've got that. But I've gone for Spurs. I went for Son as well, but
Yeah.
not as good as he was last year. Because when
No.
you think about it, Kane got the top scorer and top
Yeah.
assists. Without Kane's assists, Son's going to struggle because I
Yeah.
don't think they have anyone
Nobody
else.
has got
Anyone else can sort of give that
No.
creativity to him. So Spurs in 7th. Their squad's good enough, and the manager's good enough to get them 7th. But I don't think they're pushing any higher than that for me.
I put West Ham in 7th because I believe I want to believe that they will be good again, and they won't just crumble. However, the points being mentioned has made me think that maybe I've gone a little bit too high for them here.
Another thing I have
Yeah.
with West Ham as well in my head, I suppose whenever they have a good season, they have an awful one after.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But I mean, that's just the thing. That's not probably statistically
I'm-
true, but
Yeah, and it's Moyes, you know.
yeah.
You can never be too sure with Moyes. But I'm going to stick with it. I think they'll be decent again. I mean, that's very good if they get 7th. And I think Ben Rama will be the standout for West Ham because good pre-season and he is a very good player and he'll get more game time now. Maybe fill that Lingard role.
Here we go. 6th place. We're into the Europa Leagues now. I went for Leicester in 6th.
Ooh.
Same.
I think me and Greg's predictions are going to be the same going forward now.
I went,
You went for
I
Arsenal.
went with the Gunners. I think they will get top 6 this year.
Mm.
Only just though. It's not going to be convincing. And I actually predict that Arsenal, for the first bit, I think they're going to start off well. Maybe look at, you might be thinking, oh my god, Arsenal can get top 4. Then they'll completely crumble and scrape 6th. And I think Smith Rowe is going to be the standout player.
When do you think they'll start to crumble? I think they'll
Um,
have a mid-season crumble.
Yeah, December time.
Yeah,
when
November,
all the
December
games,
time.
Because I think they'll pick it back up again at the end of the season.
in December when all the games start flying in.
Thing is though as well,
They'll
Arsenal,
panic.
no European football
Yeah.
for the first time in
Yeah.
a long time.
So
So
just
they've got
the league
all
to
focus on the league and and the cup.
They'll win the
spot.
FA Cup too.
I think really this season, Arsenal need to get. If they don't get European football, that is embarrassing.
If they don't
Arteta
get European
needs to be
football,
gone.
the downfall's already started, but I think they could really fall.
But anyway,
because they're young.
Yeah.
I think 6th.
I went for Leicester 6th.
Yeah.
First season, well, kind of first full season without Vardy, really. I know he's still there, but Vardy's finished.
Yeah, he's
Towards the last end of last season, he's kind of lost his pace. He's still going to get goals, obviously.
Mhm.
I reckon he'll still maybe get 7 to 8 goals, but not to his level. Obviously, he'll still
Yeah.
take penalties and things. In my opinion, he's not what he was, but
Yep.
that's why my player of the season comes in, Patson Daka.
Snap.
The Vardy replacement, pacey, linked to Liverpool. Quite disappointed we didn't get him. Patson Daka, Leicester player of the season, is going to have a great breakthrough season. Honourable mention to the man with the best name in football, Boubakary Samari.
Yeah,
He's
that
it's my second mention for player of the season, just because of his
Bukayo
name.
Samari. I mean, Patson Daka's a pretty cool
Yeah,
name
I've
as
got
well.
for Big Patson as a standout player as well.
But Boubakary Samari, you don't
That
get
is-
much better than that. 5th place, I feel as if we all have a reverse.
Yeah.
I have Arsenal.
Yeah,
I have Leicester.
this is where the fun kind of stopped for Arsenal.
Arsenal, no European football, as we've said. I went for Pepe as a standout season. I
Yeah.
backed
Yeah,
him. I think he's going to be their top
I
scorer.
was close
They've
to
really,
going for him.
they've up front. They've not really done much in pre-season, but I think Pepe will have a big season. He kind of
Yeah.
has to.
It's time. It's
But
time
I've-
for him now.
I also think Ben White. He's not gonna prove people wrong. 'Cause I don't think people think he's gonna be shit, but I think he's gonna be better than people think.
Yeah, the thing is, as a centre back, it's very hard to prove your price tag unless
Yeah.
you're like Van Dijk.
Yeah, people
But,
laughed at that. Liverpool spending 50 million on Van Dijk. You know.
No.
Well, more than
I
50,
mean,
but
Yeah, I had Leicester in 5th, and I went with Patson Daka as the standout as well.
We're back in.
Yeah,
If you're watching,
think,
Patson, reach out to us.
Yeah, MC Pat Flynn.
Yeah.
Fourth, top 4 now, Champions League. This is the big point.
See,
Yeah, this is
We all
big.
have. There's only 4 teams left for
Yeah.
all of us.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
but
just
I
all about
don't
the
know if
order.
We'll have the same order.
Here's an idea. Why don't we do team by team and say where they
Yeah,
finish?
okay.
you know
Yeah,
what I
actually,
mean?
that'll do.
So we'll start with Chelsea.
Okay.
I've gone Chelsea to win the league.
Same.
I've gone Chelsea second.
Like, it's City or Chelsea for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Chelsea. Obviously, Lukaku's going to be
Yeah,
there.
Yeah,
big
that's-
Romelu coming in.
If he gets actually like that was one of the reasons I didn't put them first because he wasn't confirmed yet. I know he probably will sign for them, but
That's what they need.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
need someone like that.
I seen a thing like the amount of chance that they had. Like I think they were first in the most big chances created last year,
Yeah.
or near the top for that. And obviously
Well,
they had Werner, so they're not
Yeah,
taking
you
them.
see, even in the Champions League final, if that's Lukaku instead of Werner, they're probably 2-0 up.
yeah.
Maybe
Obviously they
3
got away with it
instantly.
anyway.
Yeah.
But still, I've gone for Chelsea to win it, which is maybe bold. But
I went for it as
No,
well.
yeah, I can definitely say it was definitely between them and City. The only thing people might say is the defence, but I don't. Agree
I
with what
rate their
people say.
defence. I think they've got a good defence.
if Thiago Silva's a bit injury prone,
Yeah,
that's the only
that's-
I know I'm
problem.
saying,
and he's getting on. a
Look
bit.
out for this man. I mean, it could go wrong. He could get loaned out before the season. Well, once the transfer window ends. But guy who played last night, Chalobah.
Trevoh
Yeah,
Chalobah.
Trevor
He was
Chalobah.
very good, very composed on the ball.
And they are linked to Koundé too.
Yeah.
So if they can get, I think if they can get one centre back,
If
in,
they get
back it a
Koundé,
bit more.
I
And if-
reckon I would put them top.
Thiago Silva stays fit for
Yeah.
the whole season.
Because I think if Thiago Silva's a bit injury prone, I think Zuma, Rudiger, and Christensen, on paper that's very average. I think
Yeah.
they're overperforming right now. But if they can get someone a bit better in there, just one, they're sorted. Because their fullbacks are good as well.
And
The
I
midfield's good.
back Tuchel. I think
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
a very good
definitely.
manager.
Thomas Tuchel Bam to win the league in his first full season. Let's go
Stand
United.
Stand-up player for Chelsea.
Oh yeah.
Oh, stand-up player. I went for Havertz.
Yeah, I went for
Me
Havertz
too.
as well.
Slash Lukaku.
Yeah, if
But-
Lukaku signs him, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Lukaku will be the top scorer, but I
Yeah.
think Havertz will have a really good season. I mean,
Yeah,
he looked
Havertz-
good last night
yeah,
as
he
well. He was
ended-
good in the Euros
He
too.
ended that season very well.
Yeah. Right. Man United,
I went third. for
Fourth.
United.
I've gone fourth.
Ooh.
I've gone fourth. I don't back Solskjaer, to be honest.
Yeah, that
That's
was genuinely probably the
I
deciding.
know he is good. Like, I mean, them finishing top 4 is still good, but I don't think
Yeah.
he's the manager that can take them to
Yeah,
the next
especially
level.
when you look at the other three managers.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
he's the
he's got
worst
that-
out of the 3. All the other 3 are Champions League winners. This
Yeah.
man's a PE teacher.
Yeah.
No, like, thing is, he's not as bad as people make out, and he is obviously a good manager because he's getting Man United consistent European football.
Yeah, yeah.
But
just-
I think, like, the Europa League final losses, and I don't think he's the man to take them to that next level. I think after this season, if he finishes 4th, maybe they should start looking to get someone else.
They've
Because I
just-
think
he's
if
just
they
signed
get,
a new contract, though, did he not?
yeah, but they can still get rid of
Yeah,
him.
Yeah, they
they
could,
just-
but
I think they did that because for some reason they believed other people would try and get him as manager. Even
You've got
though,
to get this boy tied down.
yeah, I'm not sure anyone was ever thinking
I
that.
don't
but
think they will get rid of him at the end of the
No.
season,
No.
but I think if they want to start winning
don't get top
leagues in
4,
that, yeah, if they don't finish top 4,
No,
but I
yeah,
think if they
definitely.
finish 4th, they won't.
nah, yeah.
But I think if they want to start actually pushing on to maybe win a league or like a
Yeah.
trophy or something, I think they need to get someone else in.
I
Yeah.
think, I mean, getting Varane in is huge.
They've bought all the positions they said they needed.
That's it, other than
Other than a
midfield.
midfielder,
That's
yeah.
the thing. If they get a midfielder, then I think they'll definitely get third.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think they will get third, but
I've gone 4th for Man
Oh,
United.
ah.
My standard player,
Yeah.
I've gone for Jadon Sancho or Harry Maguire.
yeah,
I've gone Pogba.
Big season coming for Paulo Pogba. I went for Maguire because I think Varane being alongside him, he's
Yeah.
not going to be so exposed, and
Yeah.
he's kind of proved he is a good defender.
but I went with Sancho. I just think he'll.
Mm.
I just think he fits that kind of front three very well.
And Bruno's going to get injured too,
That's true.
so he's
Mm.
going to come in with like the creative.
Bruno's not going to be great this year. That's what I'm saying. He's not
Bad
going to be
season
great.
for Bruno.
Yeah,
I don't know about a bad season. but-
not a bad season,
Bad
but
by his-
not, not yeah,
standards.
not the heights of last year.
Yeah.
Maybe. I think Cavani might have a good season.
We'll go Liverpool for the final team.
Mm.
I've gone for 3rd.
I've gone for third as
I
well.
went 4th for Liverpool.
I think, coming from a Liverpool fan, I think we're being written off at the start of the season.
Mhm.
Because obviously all the other teams have bought well. We've not bought anything. We bought Konate, but that should have been done last year, if I'm being honest. But I think we're being written off. I think people are overlooking us. And Liverpool do historically well when people are overlooking us. So I say, keep overlooking us.
Yeah, there's not as much pressure on them.
Yeah, there's not as
This
much
season.
pressure on us. The fans will obviously be back, which has a big impact for
Yeah.
everyone.
Mhm.
But I think Liverpool, think of all the great moments. Istanbul, underdogs, even when they won the league, clear, like, like against one of the best Man City teams we've seen. Underdogs then, Liverpool, Barcelona, underdogs then. They're a team that thrive when they're the underdog. So I reckon we're going to thrive this season. But it is an uncertain season. I don't know how it's going to go. Because obviously there was injuries last year. But everyone's fit now, so there's not really any excuses. Robertson's only out until the international break. But my standout player, I have Thiago here. I think he'll have a good season this season because he was good towards the end of the last half. But if this man can stay fit the whole season, there's no reason why he can't be. Naby Keita.
Yep.
Wijnaldum's gone, it's his time to step up, and he's been absolutely balling in pre-season. So it's Naby Keita. It's his time. But if he gets injured 3 games in, like he probably will, Harvey Elliott. Yeah. He's playing in the midfield in pre-season. Young Silk. He's not going on loan. He's not going anywhere.
Serious baller.
He is a serious baller.
I went with Bobby Firmino this season. You know, I think he had a relatively poor season last season. I think he'll step up this one. I've put him in 4th because I think they're going to do well in the Champions League.
I think that as well.
I think they're going to do very well in the Champions League and maybe not do as well in the Prem, but still get that top 4.
That's what the Champions League's going to be. It's going to be Liverpool and Bayern versus the oil clubs.
Yeah.
It's like the Avengers. That's what it's going to be. Liverpool and Bayern versus PSG and Man City. That's their only hopes, I think. Liverpool and Bayern for Champions League glory. That aren't oil clubs.
Standout. I've gone for... It's dodgy because, you know, I don't know if he will actually play every game, but I've gone for Jota because he's done alright in pre-season.
To overrule the Firmino rule, perhaps. The final one,
City.
Oh, yeah. Second for City.
Second for me as well.
I've got them to win.
He's going to win.
Yeah.
Who do we have standout players?
I've gone, again, a bit boring with Phil Foden, but I think, you know, last season he was good. It was like his big year, but he wasn't like quite at it. Like he wasn't consistently good. I think this year he'll be consistently good, and he'll be like a clear standout for them.
If they get Kane, I genuinely think they might walk the league, but maybe not walk it, but
comfortably win it.
Yeah.
I mean, they walk it most years anyway.
Yeah. But standout player, I've gone for De Bruyne, just because I don't know if Kane's going to go there.
I went for De Bruyne because it's always De Bruyne.
Yeah.
But if Harry Kane doesn't go there, I'm telling you, my guy from the Euro predictions, Ferran Torres, I reckon he's going to become the striker with Jesus if Kane doesn't come, and I reckon he'll have a big season. But City in second for me, but could easily win it. You never know. That's the beauty of the Premier League. Player of the years, Player of the Years, and top scorers. We'll quickly finish it on there.
Yeah.
Top scorer.
I went with Kane. It's boring.
I mean,
but
I have to if Kane goes to City, I think him. But if Lukaku goes to Chelsea, I think him.
I was close to doing Lukaku, but I'm going for Salah.
Salah's the one I've got.
He's another one overlooked every season.
Yeah.
He's missed out narrowly on it 2 years in a row now. He's not going to be
season.
happy about that. He's going to come back with a bang this season, and he's going to get his 3rd golden boot. So I've gone for him. Got to back him. Young player of the year.
Again,
I was going to go with Foden, but I thought it's boring, so I've gone for my boy Smith Rowe.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I've gone boring and I've gone Foden because you know that's how these awards work. They're boring and they just give them to these players.
I went for Jadon Sancho, first year in the league.
How old is he now, though?
21.
Is he still 21? Jesus Christ!
That was actually mad.
I actually looked it up.
Yeah,
because I was like, in my head, I was like, is Sancho still eligible? Because you have to be like under 23.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's only 21, so
it's changed to 21 and under.
It's just because he's one of these players who's like he's been around for a while. You don't really assume.
I thought he was like at least 23 or something.
I believe he's still eligible for it anyway. If he's not,
if he's 21,
I look like a fool. But yeah, Sancho for me.
We don't do our research over here.
We just type in
Jadon
Sancho age. That'll do. Player of the year for me. Who have you gone for? I went for De Bruyne.
I went for De Bruyne.
I went for Havertz because you know if you're the standout player in a title-winning team, I feel like you got to get.
No, the only thing for me, the player of the year never really tends to go to the team that win the league.
That's a good point.
So, well, it does sometimes, but I feel sometimes they don't give it to that player, and I feel as if De Bruyne often gets it when he maybe necessarily doesn't deserve it.
That's the thing with these awards, you know, they never really go to the player you think fully deserves it.
Because De Bruyne is the best player in the Premier League,
Yeah.
like ability wise, and it's obviously player voted. So it feels as if a lot of players should go, De Bruyne's good, we'll put him in, even when he's maybe not had the best season compared to others. So I've gone for De Bruyne for mine.
I did top assister, but I don't think anyone else did that.
Yeah,
nah.
I'd say Havertz for that.
I'm going to take my player.
If I was to say anyone, I'd say
another
Havertz,
bold one. Timo Werner, top assister this season. because he's good at that. He's good at giving away the ball when he should pass. When he should shoot, sorry. He just passes it. So
Yeah, to be fair, he doesn't have the confidence
no,
to back
I
himself.
think he'll get a load of assists to Lukaku when he just doubts himself and goes, I'll give it to
The thing
Romelu.
is, I don't know. Like, there's maybe doubts of him starting.
Yeah, that's the thing. He might not play that as
'Cause
much as I think, but
it's him, Mount, and Havertz.
Yeah.
And he's got to just two of them.
and Pulisic as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to finish on a bold claim, so there you go. Timo Werner for top assists.
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
20 teams done, 20 players done. We're bang on, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
Our tables
100%.
will have been up at some point. Bang.
Yes.
All our individual
We'll
predictions.
put him back up now.
And we're back. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know what you want to see, if you want to see anything else, what type of videos you want us to do. And that's all I have to say. We'll hopefully see you again in not so long. But goodbye.
Goodbye.